Hey there VCE HHD students, my name's Andy, I'm a VCE Health and Human Development teacher. In this short video, I'm going to look at answering the question, how do I answer a question asked about optimal health and wellbeing in the VCE HHD exam? Before we dive into that question, just a reminder at the Health Resources Hub YouTube channel, there's over 100 videos to support you in the lead up to the HHD exam this year, and a new one will be coming out each day between now and then. You can subscribe with a button in the bottom corner of the video there. Please let your HHD friends know they can do so too. At the hih.net.au, our website, there's support for teachers and students of HHD, so please check that out. You can see our social media links there if you'd like to follow us and get alerts of new videos coming out each day, as well as HHD exam tips, and also our email if you've got any questions or suggestions videos you'd like me to work on. So students often ask me, what happens if a question comes up in the exam that asks about optimal health and well-being? And so obviously you're probably aware that all of the dimensions of health and well-being are interrelated, and so changes in one dimension can influence another, but optimal health and well-being is not necessarily having high levels of all of the dimensions of health and well-being at once, and therefore if a question does ask about optimal health and well-being, I'd recommend that you're linking to high levels of a specific dimension to answer that particular question. So a good example of this is a question here from the exam a couple of years ago. So you can see they started with a bit of stimulus material about Lucy, and then part A was asking for 1 mark to identify a factor that has an impact on physical health and well-being apart from physical activity. So you could have mentioned anything there like energy levels, for example. And then part 2 was asking you to describe how the factor in part 1, supports optimal health and well-being. And so students were asked to take the example from part 1 and then link that to any dimension of health and well-being in part 2 to make that link into optimal health and well-being. So you can see here in the examiner's report, just to reinforce this, that students were able to make a link between their selected factor and an aspect of optimal health and well-being. And although question 1A Part 1 related to physical health and well-being, question 1A Part 2 allowed students to link to a dimension of their choice, so reinforcing there that you could have chosen any of those dimensions to link into optimal health and well-being. And so you can see that they gave an example high scoring response, and so this student linked their example to physical health and well-being again, and so they talked about a balanced diet including fresh healthy foods like vegetable and water, have the energy to exercise, and then exercise helps to decrease the risk of cardiovascular disease and obesity, optimizing health and well-being. So they were linking into disease as part of that example there, and that's obviously optimal levels of physical health and well-being. So just to reinforce, if a question is asking about optimal health and well-being, I'd be focusing on a specific dimension and linking into high levels of that particular dimension. Okay, hopefully you found that video useful. Just a reminder, the Health Resources Hub YouTube channel, our website, social media links, and our email. Thanks so much.